Welcome first-time listeners and returners to the Sports Deli. Joined by Hue Jackson. Coach, welcome to the Sports Deli. What's up, Coach?
Not much. How you doing?
Hey, Coach.
Glad you could come and get some karma today, and we're honored that you're here with us. Coach for 31 years, including head coaching stints with the Oakland Raiders and the Cleveland Browns, but is by no means done coaching. And where's John Hugh? There he is. He can't hear anything. John, get the right fucking background.
John, don't let Mike boss you around. You're an adult. Coach, do you know what you're in store for? Do you have any idea what you're about to?
No.
John, what are you wearing? What the fuck?
Wheat.
That isn't
In German.
Is that Spalding?
Really good, Mike.
What is
No,
that?
It's high-end golf attire. You would know.
That's not high-end golf attire, John.
Don't we have a spot in the show where John asks his one question? The never-ending segment. Now with John Wexler, and then you and I yawn as he's doing it.
John is about to leave the building. Take two. How you feeling, Coach? Good?
Yeah. I'm almost back. This virus is something else.
John, this is where you make his Wi-Fi joke. Tell the neighbors next door stop watching Netflix so we can have our podcast.
John, you better get your head out of your ass right now because you're not game ready. Ready, man. You better build up that stamina. While he has a 100% organic tequila brand called Grand Leyenda, known as the Grand Legend. And his teammates in high school called him Coach, as if they already knew.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here and looking forward to this time together. No, do you guys know what you're for?
Well, yeah, we kind of do know about you, but you can't have researched us.
There's nothing.
Both ways, buddy.
Yeah, we're off the grid.
Nothing.
We're off the grid.
Nothing to find. I mean,
well, no, there's a lot to find. Don't fool yourself now.
Oh boy.
Do you think the season's gonna, continue on this path, or we gonna be able to finish the season? The players are not adhering to what the mandates are, and it's so frustrating to watch. Is it frustrating for you as well? Has Troy Vincent reached out to you and talked to you about anything like that?
Coach, wanted to talk about the Denver Broncos situation. Can you explain, as a coach, what a practice squad is and does?
You mentioned the Denver Broncos played without any of their quarterbacks. They took a practice squad wide receiver who played quarterback in college. He started in a National Football League game. It's going to be great for him to tell his grandkids and all of that.
But you were a combo kind of runner, thrower. Talk a little bit about that first, your high school days at Dorsey High School.
I went to Glendale Junior College. I wasn't good enough to go to USC and play quarterback. That's when I went to the University of Pacific. John Gruden ended up being my office mate once I became a graduate assistant. John Gruden taught me a lot of football. I was very thankful for that. But what I wanted to do, I knew I wanted to become one of the best at what I did, and went to Baltimore. And that's where my career changed, in my opinion. John Harbaugh hired me as the quarterback coach. And so I coached Joe Flacco, helped draft Joe Flacco. I won the Coach of the Year there in Cincinnati.
So the Rooney Rule hasn't been working very well.
If there was a young African-American wanting to go into coaching, would you recommend him, or maybe even her, but to go either the college side and that route, or the professional side if the opportunity's there, if they want to be a head coach?
There's this, fairly or unfairly, there's this added level of responsibility that you feel towards the next generation of coaches.
But you can't find the right solution unless you ask the right questions. Right? And so the starting points for minorities are way different than for Caucasian coaches. It's not about the color of white and black. It's about green. You talk about diversity and inclusion like you want to do something about it, but that doesn't happen. So in a 100-year history of the league, there's only been 18 minority head coaches. That's got to tell you something right there.
The wealthy white owners are no different than the wealthy white men who run the rest of this country. So maybe Tom Brady in the locker room is doing different things. But I believe the same way that people criticize Tiger Woods for not stepping out of his comfort zone and talking about this issue more, I think wealthy white people in the league the face of the league, the owners, Jerry Jones, and these guys should be stepping up more and being at the forefront. And it's just frustrating that the silence they're so tone deaf for the three of us as Jewish guys who understand anti-Semitism, not to the level of systemic racism, but it's infuriating to see play going on, risking these players' health long-term, and all they care about is money. The NBA and the WNBA, they were believable.
Right.
The NFL has not been believable at all. Can you imagine if Tom Brady said, yes, I voted for Trump and he's a friend of mine, but Black Lives Matter.
Absolutely.
And this is literally ridiculous, and it cannot continue anymore.
Because if they really wanted to change this, if the league wanted to change this, they could.
You're supposed to run Colin's workout talking about this. Sorry, Gordon. And just to sort of tie that in a little bit, obviously we know why he's not getting a job. Should he even come back at this point?
Well, Mike just said something that's so key, and to me that says it all. We're in the middle of a pandemic that people are dying from.
You want to get back out on the green, and you want to coach, and I really hope my Lions are calling and knocking at the door, because I'm sorry, but 51 years of futility, and it is so hard to continue to watch this over and over again.
You talked about Detroit. I would hope people understand Jim Caldwell a little bit better now.
Man.
For them to let a coach go who was 9-7, and now all of a sudden they can't win in Detroit.
Is that systemic racism? If that was the offensive coordinator for the Patriots, Josh McDaniel, and he was the one in that situation, and he was 9-7 with the Lions, would he have got canned?
No.
Would have got a contract extension.
Right. Absolute bullshit.
And the other thing,
if you got back into it, what have you learned from all that? And why should someone hire you?
Second part, Mike, I've learned a lot through these experiences.
Jack, real quick, you were undermined a couple different times by assistant coaches, one publicly on Hard Knocks and another one maybe not so publicly. How would you share to a young coach, or even a coach that's been doing this a long time? Because I know I disagree with my head coaches before, and it's really frustrating, and it's really hard to not roll your eyes or shake your head. How do you handle that situation? Obviously behind closed doors, but philosophically. Take a look at how you handled Marvin Lewis, right? You had a deal in place, a handshake deal where you were the next head coach, and you couldn't do that to him because he's one of your best friends, and instead you left. One of the biggest regrets you say you ever had, but you did it because it was the right thing to do. Can you talk about Mike Tomlin real quick? Because I'm curious your opinion about him. He's obviously African-American, and he's been under the gun a number of times, and they stick with him. And how you like me now?
And is there anything that you would tweak or maybe do differently in future staff hirings?
When I think of Coach Harbaugh, who I work for, John, he's a tremendous football coach. He truly is. The one kid that's really impressed me is the kid that's at the Chargers, because
I know your mom was such a big influence in your life. I think kids, teenagers can learn a lot about, not only how you overcame some depression, but, how influential and supportive your mom was before she passed away.
And it's really interesting. The one other person during that time that really kicked my butt up over my shoulders was Al Davis. He was really important to me because he gave me my first opportunity, and we had a tremendous relationship. And I never one day him saying, "Here, you need to get up and go coach football again." And understanding what your mission is in life and what it is you want to accomplish and go do that. Everybody gets knocked down at some point in time. It's, can you get up and go be better than what you were before? I think that's one of the big keys.
Of course, we want to talk a little bit about the foundation you and your wife, Michelle, have founded. Can you explain how that started, how you guys got going, where you're at with it now, and what people can do to get involved and help?
Yeah.
All right, Coach. We got a this or that segment. It's the Dr. J, Coach K, and Hootie Hoot this or that segment of the podcast. Rapid fire.
Coach, we should tell you, Coach, there's been some unauthorized changes to this segment that all of the co-hosts have not signed off on.
I don't see the this or that. Mike, where's the
There-
that?
right.
You
That's my
guys,
question.
you guys,
I
you
just
guys
hear
got to
a
be
this.
patient.
I don't see a that. That's my
You guys just got to be patient. Biggest fear. All right, Chick Hearn or Vin Scully?
Radio Shack is closed now, so Mike can't return the headphones.
Sanford and Son or the Jeffersons? All right, here we go, John. Get ready. Waffles, French toast, or pancakes?
Pancakes all the way. McDonald's.
Whoa. All right, what will be
Wait.
second?
Because everybody talks smack at a Waffle House.
Oh, you better know.
It's not a barber shop. Don't get me wrong,
No.
but it's a step. It's the step below the barber shop.
Brady or Montana?
Wow.
Magic or Kobe?
Kobe.
Jackie Robinson or LeBron? Eric Dickerson or Marshall Falk?
Oh, God, just talk to Marshall. Marshall, you're not listening to this, are you?
All right, hot dogs or
boy.
hamburgers? Terminator or Die Hard? Aaron Donald or Reggie White?
Woof.
Marvin Gaye or James Brown? Eric B. and Rakim or LL? You've been married a long time. We should mention that your wife is amazing, and she's helped you tremendously in so many different ways. So did she do the dishes, or do you?
Yes.
Whitney, Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, or Alicia Keys?
Woo.
Elway, Favre, or Manning? Peyton.
Ooh.
Is Philip Rivers a Hall of Famer? God dang it.
What'd you say?
Now, Gordon and I,
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
we both teach yoga. Now, if you're going to take a yoga class, would you take a yoga class with Gordon or me?
You.
Okay, last question. So you have a special assistant to the head coach for your next head coaching position available. Would you hire John or me? You've overcome a lot in your life, and you're an inspiration. And I know you're going to get another chance and do big things. And we're three of your biggest fans.
Well, thank you. First of all, I'd like to say thank you guys for the opportunity. You guys are awesome. This is a great show because I think you guys really dig in. I was so amazed at all the prep work that you did because normally it doesn't happen that way. So this is a big time show. So thank you for the opportunity.
Well,
We appreciate you being on the show,
Thanks
Coach.
very much, Coach.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much, and best of luck. And if I can ever do anything to help, please sign me up.
All right, Coach.
And vice
Likewise.
versa.
Thank you.
All right, much love. Mask up,
All right.
Coach. Much respect.
Thank you.
Man.
Be well.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Eastern.
Mike, I know you
Can we-
paid $12.
I didn't have a choice.
Get some new headphones.
It's not my headphones. It's the fucking internet.
We'll open the garage door.
I did.
Tell Bernie next door to turn off the stop watching Who
Mike,
Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I want you to take some copper wire and tape it to the back of your laptop and then run it along the garage roof and outside and up to the roof.
Copper wire.
And see if you can get channel 7 on your laptop.
Mike, here's my question: is my Radio Shack comment going to make advertorial?
That was outstanding. It will definitely
John.
make the cut.